everybody, it's Mikey on behalf of the Crochet Crowd as well as yarnspirations.com. This is week number 3 as we continue our Better Together. Now, Jeannie really likes that popping of ideas. This particular part is going to make it look like icing on a cake, and then we're also going to get ourselves involved with the Alpine stitch. So that's not something I've done in the past, really. And so she goes, I'm just gonna throw it out there, and I'm like, you go ahead and do that. But it was really quite exciting to see how she kind of combined all that texture into this next part of week number 3. So I had to step back, do my dance as we continue our Better Together Afghan with you. Let's continue to week number 3, and let's head on into the studio now. So let's take a closer look at week number 3. In week number 3, we're going to be building out from the Catherine wheel stitch that we just did, and then building out here. So we have some fun stuff. We have some Alpine stitching. We have front post, back post. We also have this fun thing that we'd already done before, a thing. So we're going to be doing that again, and once we get to a certain point, we're going to mirror what you see here and mirror it the other direction. So kind of working our way opposite to what we just did. So it's kind of a way to look at it. So here, when you see this posting here going on, this will raise up and then give you the illusion of like a halfway point. So without further ado, let's move on now into round number 27 using the color B. So using the color B, just create a slip knot and do a standing single crochet right into the chain 2 space of a corner. You insert in, pull through, and then pull through the 2, and that's a standing single crochet. Chain 2 to turn the corner, and then single crochet back in. So this round number 27, what we're going to do is that we're going to apply 1 single crochet in each of the stitches going all the way around, except for the corners. Of course, in the chain 2 space you'll apply 1 single crochet, chain 2, 1 single crochet. So continue around, and I'll see you at the end of this round. This is round number 27. So I'm coming all the way back around, and I'm just going to finish this off, slip stitch to the beginning, and then fasten off this color, and we'll move on to round number 28 next. Moving on to number 28, just put on color A, and then let's go to the corner and fasten on and chain 3. So 1, 2, 3, and then what I need you to do is put in a double crochet into the same one, to the same corner. So each one of these single crochets all the way around is going to get 1 double crochet, and in the corners it'll be 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet. It's a nice easy round again, and using the color A, and 1 double crochet in each in the corners, 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet. When you come all the way around, you're just going to double crochet right into the last stitch that we have, and then that's it. Okay, so you've already sorry, then you have to do the corner. So that's 2 double crochet and what we're going to do then is just chain 2 and slip stitch to the top of the first chain 3 to finish. We're going to finish off this color, and we're going to start a new color next for round number 29. Let's begin round number 29. So we're just going to start off with this color using the color C as in cat. We're going to go into the chain 2 space of a corner, and in this time we are going to chain 3. So just attach it first, 1, 2, 3, and double crochet into the same spot. So this is just a matter of just going back, front post, back post, front post, back post, all the way to the other side, all the way to the corner. So you're just going to wrap the hook and do a front post double crochet in the first one, and then the next one is a back post. So wrap, come from behind. I'm laying down that straggler so I can catch it underneath, and then the next one is a front post treble. Sorry, front post double, and then the next one is a back post, and you're going to continue to do that all the way across. The very last stitch before you hit the corner should be a front post double crochet. You'll see that in the instructions as well, and then you will just continue then into the corner of 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet, and that's what you just need to do. So front post, back post, front post, back post. I'll see you at the end of round number 29. So I want to show you a little secret as I'm finishing up. So I should have 89 stitches per side when I go to do this. If you happen to have an extra one, which is quite possible, you know, things happen. So what I like to do is that for example, I know that I need to finish with a front post double crochet. So as I'm going along, I actually have an extra stitch here. That's what I want to show you. So I'm going to come across, and I realize that if I do a front post and then a back post, then I know it's wrong. So how I would do this if I were you and you were me, and it's an easy way to hide it, is that I know that these two, if I put them as a back post, so put both of them as a back post, double crochet, and then put the last one as a front post, double crochet, it's a really easy way to hide that in. So you see it now because I'm showing it to you, but once this Afghan starts building out, you can see that you can hide it pretty good. So then just chain 2 at the end of this and then just slip stitch it, and then we're gonna finish off this color today, and then we're gonna move on to the next color for round number 30, which will be back to the color A. So it's a kind of an easy way, it's a cheat, but that's the whole point of these Afghans, is to figure out things when it goes wrong instead of having a frog. So I'll see you in round number 30 next. So let's move along to round number 30. So you can just go into a chain 2 space, and we're gonna do a standing single crochet to begin, and then chain 2 and 1 single crochet in. So your corners will all be single crochet, chain 2, single crochet. You're only gonna apply 1 single crochet to each one of the stitches going all the way across to the next corner, and then turn your corners. So single crochet, chain 2, single crochet, and then single crochet along each stitch to get there. So do this. This is round number 30. So I'm coming all the way around, just single crocheting in each of the stitches. The corner is already done, so just make sure that when you get to the last stitch, you're going to join to the first single crochet and be done with it. So get rid of this color. We're now going to move on to round number 31 using the color B. Let's move on to round number 31, going back to the color B. Go to the chain 2 space at the corner and attach. Chain 3 counts as a double, and then double crochet in. Nice easy round again. This round number 31, we are just going to single crochet in each of the stitches going all the way around. That's it. So then in the corners, 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet, and I'll see you at the end of this round. So 1 double in each, and then easy corners around. So I'm coming up to the end of the round, and there'll be 2 single crochets in the first one, and then chain 2, and then slip stitch to the first one like that, and then we're gonna fasten off, and then we'll start round number 32 next. So round number 32 is exactly kind of what we did here. The difference is that where this first one comes in after the corner, it's the second single crochet in order to maintain the count. So to keep an eye on that, and let's begin round number 32 using the color A. So let's begin, and we're gonna start off in the corner. I would consider doing a standing single crochet. So just going in, pop through, okay, and then chain 2 and single crochet in. So as we begin this round, we're going to single crochet into the first double crochet right there, and then we're gonna begin the fancy footwork. So when we go down and we stretch, we're gonna stretch to the second one right here. It's a long stretch, but it works. So you're just gonna treble, a front post treble into the second one down here, and come all the way back up. Now that one counts as the next double crochet that it's sitting in front of. So then the next 3 are a single crochet. So now we're gonna do a 2 together, just like you did before. So wrapping the hook, going into the same one you were just in, so down there, and then pull through 2 and 2, but don't finish that, and then wrap the hook and stretch over to the 4th one. So 1, 2, 3, go to the 4th, and you're gonna do this all the way across. So pull through. That counts as the one stitch that it's sitting in front of, and so you'll single in front of the next. Okay, so 3 singles in a row. So let's do it again. So just wrap, going into the one you were just in. Don't finish it though. Wrap twice, coming in, pull through 2 and 2, pull through everything. It counts as the one it's sitting in front of, and single crochet in the next 3. Please do this all the way across to the corner, and then I'll see you there in just a moment just to verify you know how to turn. So as you come across to the end, the second last one is the one that you'll be in, and that's just because you're keeping in the right counts. you're putting in your 3 single crochets. You still have 2 stitches left before the corner, so this one here is the last one that goes around the same one, and then single crochet in the last one before the corner and then turn. So it's gonna be 1 single crochet, chain 2, and 1 single crochet. To start a new corner again, or to start a new side, is just single crochet in the first one and then begin again, and remember to go to the second one of the same color if you opted to use the same color, but it's the second one in, way down there, and then continue along as you know it. Coming up to the end of number 32, just following the pattern as I know it, just slip stitch to the beginning single crochet in the corner and then fasten off, and we'll begin with color B for round number 33. Round 33 is a nice easy one. Just go to the chain 2 space corner and attach with the slip stitch, so pull through, and then chain 3 and then 2 double crochet into the same one. Like that. Okay, and then what we're going to do then is that we're gonna go into one double crochet into each, going all the way around, and then the corners will be 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet. Sorry, I hesitated there for a moment. So just continue to do that, and then we'll just meet you back up here, so it's a nice easy round of just straight double crochets. When you get all the way back around, you're just going to continue along. Just make sure 1 double crochet in each. Finish that first corner with 2 double crochet, and we're going to keep this yarn color going one more time. So we're going to join this to the top with the half double crochet. So the top of the first chain 3, just pull through and then pull through all 3, and that's a half double crochet join. Let's move on now to round number 34. Chain up 1, and we're gonna do 1 single crochet into the same one to the same post, and now we're just going to start down the sides. It's 1 single crochet in each of the stitches going all the way around, and in the corners it's 1 single crochet, chain 2, 1 single crochet, and I'll see you at the end of round number 34. So I'm coming to the end of number 34, and I want to just chain 2 and then join to the beginning single crochet to finish that corner. So let's get rid of this yarn, and we're now going to move on to color C for round number 35. Let's begin round number 35. 35 and 36 is the same color, and what we were doing here, which I didn't tell you before because I don't want to boggle your mind, is that we were preparing for the Alpine stitch. So let's begin to do this stitch now, and we're going to start off and we're going to just attach with a chain 1. Chain 1 into the same chain 2 space, and just provide a little bit of extra slack. So just attach and then chain 1. So what I want you to do is that we are going to do something special in this particular one, and I would recommend to you that you grab 4 stitch markers, so it can be just spare yarn. Identifying a half double crochet when you come all the way around is kind of hard to do. So what I would recommend to you is that you do the following. So we're gonna start off, and the first one in the chain 2 space is gonna be a half double crochet, and so you'll be able to see that when you come back around. But if you're not sure, use one of the stitch markers of the 4 and just place it into the half double crochet stitch, and you'll see it. Half double crochets are just in a slightly different spot, and that's where people go wrong with their counts. So just leave it in there as a stitch marker, and then we'll carry on from this point. So once the 1 is in there, we're going to double crochet the next single crochet. It'll make sense in just a bit. We determined a half double crochet would be sitting better, that's why we did it. So now we're going to do a front post double crochet. So we're just gonna wrap the hook, and coming down to the very first one 2 rows below, and you're gonna do a front post double crochet, and then you're gonna double crochet the next stitch. So this one that is there is counting as the one that's sitting directly behind it. So double crochet the next one, and then front post double crochet the next one. So skip the next one and come over, and you're gonna do that all the way across. So then double crochet the next one, and then double crochet front post the next one,
And you're gonna do that all the way. So you see it's kind of overlapping. And then when you get to your corners, you're gonna do a half double crochet and then a chain 2 and then a half double crochet. But I will meet you there because I want to put in those stitch markers so that you can see it for next time. And it's something that I did during the prototype, and I think you should probably do it too. So I'll be right back on the first corner. As we come to the first corner, I'm just alpine stitching all the way. I'm going to double crochet the very final one, and then the corners have 1 half double crochet, chain 2, 1 half double crochet. But watch what I do. I'm gonna do a half double crochet, and before you dare move on, I want you to mark that stitch with a stitch marker. Chances are if you're gonna go wrong, this is where you're gonna go. So put a stitch marker right where that half double crochet is before you move on, and then chain 2 and then half double crochet back into that. And before you move on again, put the stitch marker in the, oh, that was a double. Put the stitch marker in the half double crochet at the top. This one here people tend to miss, and you end up missing stitches. So put the other side of that stitch marker in the other one, and you'll be able to see it when you come back around on where it is. Let's pull everything nice and tight. So you're gonna start with the alpine stitch again, starting in the first one, just double crochet and then jumping down front post double into the first one, and keep doing that all the way around. And see how you have your stitch marker in. You'll be able to see that next time, and it'll make your life a lot easier. So I'll see you at the end of this round, and we'll carry on from this point. So coming all the way back around, I'm just gonna do a half double crochet in the last chain 2 space, and we're going to join this to the first half double crochet with the half double crochet itself and keep this color going. Now I want you to move that stitch marker that we just had in there and pull it to the first half double crochet on this side so you can see it in the future. Keep this color on one more time, chain up 1, and we're gonna do a single crochet into the same chain 2 space, and then you can see where is the first half double crochet because it's marked. Usually people go right here and then we'll add a stitch, so you just gotta watch out for that. And then you're just gonna do 1 single crochet in each of the stitches going all the way around. In the corners it'll be 1 single crochet, chain 2, 1 single crochet. So keep this color going, and I'll see you at the end of this round, round number 36. I'm coming to the end of number 36, and I'm just doing my single crochet. Go to do a single crochet right in the beginning where that half double crochet was doing the join, and then chain 2 and then join it to the beginning single crochet. So we're now gonna move on to rounds number 37 and 38. There's a slight change in the way that you start 37, but 38 is exactly what I just did with the single crochet. So let's fasten this off and begin 37 next. So let's begin round number 37. So we have the alpine stitch. We're gonna do it one more time, but if you remember when we started the alpine stitch is that we did the corner and then we did 1 double crochet and then we dropped. Because of the stitch counts, we cannot do the same stitch count from the corner. So you'll want to do this from all of them. So let's just join it to the corner and then chain 1, and it's gonna be a half double crochet, and I'm recommending you also move that stitch marker. So do your first half double crochet first and then mark the corners like you did before with the, just use the same stitch marker, it's okay. Just pull it on up. So this time, to keep the balance of the counts, you're going to want to put in 1 single crochet in the next 2 and then drop. And let me show you why. The next stitch here is where we want to play, and then we're going to double crochet on top of this one. So the very next stitch down here is actually just before this one, and that's the one you need. So you're just gonna do a front post double crochet down, okay, and then the next one is gonna be a double crochet up top, okay, and then the next one is going down, and etc. So this means that when you get to the corner, the last 2 stitches before the corner will be a double crochet, the corners will be a single crochet chain, sorry, will be a half double crochet, chain 2, half double crochet, and etc. When you start it in the new corner, the next side, remember that you'll do the half double crochets in the corner, the first 2 are doubles, and then you drop. So I'm gonna leave this round for you. Also round number 38 is the same thing as what we just did. We'll do a single crochet round using the same color. So when you come all the way around, you'll want to join it when you do the single crochet with the half double crochet join, chain one single crochet into each, and then the corners obviously have single crochet, chain 2 single crochet. So please proceed now for rounds number 37, which is this, and then 38, which is just a single crochet all the way around. I'll see you at the end of those 2 rounds next. So I'm coming up to the end of round number 38, and in round number 39, 40 and 41 we're gonna do something really unique. It's the houndstooth stitching. You can only do it when you reverse the Afghan to go backwards, and I will show you that in just a moment. So finish off 1 single crochet into the last, and then chain 2, and then let's be done with this particular color, and then we're gonna be moving on to the color B. And we have a bit of explaining to do because the next 3 rounds are actually identical for stitch work, but how you attack it is a different thing. So let's begin to round number 39 next. So round number 39, 40 and 41 is the houndstooth stitch. So originally when we designed this thing, well, this was my particular concept to add, is that it does not look good if you keep going around in a continuous circle. So you have to turn to go backwards every other one in order to make it work. We're only gonna do 3 rounds like this. So when we start round number 39, we're looking at the good side. We're gonna turn it around and go to the back side to start, and we'll do all the way around. Round number 40, then we then get to the end, we turn it and we put it back to the right side. And then round number 41 we turn back and go to the wrong side and do the exact same stitching. So the stitching to go in all 3 rounds is identical. The only difference is that we are going to then just go right side or wrong side. The first 2 rounds, rounds number 39 and 40, will be the same color, so color B, and then in 41 we'll be changing off to number A, so the color A. So that's the only difference that you're gonna have, and the way that we're gonna start stitching is exactly the way that you're gonna go about. So what I'll do is that we'll get ourselves started next, and let's grab the color B and let's begin. So let's begin. We're gonna turn the Afghan backwards so you can see all the slip knots that I have, and I just have to weave in my ends later. So we're gonna go to the chain 2 space corner, and we're going to attach. And so rounds number 39, 40 and 41. So if you're starting round number 41 with a new yarn, you'll start the same way. So attach it with a standing single crochet, and that's your first stitch in. So corners are technically always gonna be 1 single crochet, chain 2, 1 single crochet. The next stitch out is going to be a double crochet, and then the next stitch is going to be a single crochet, and that's the that's kind of like the crinkle stitch, and that's how it will work. So basically every other one is a different stitch. You do get used to doing it, and what this is doing is it's putting texture on the right side of the project. That's why I had you turn it backwards. So when you get to the next corner, you'll put 1 single crochet, chain 2, 1 single crochet into the corners, and you'll come all the way back around to the very beginning. When you start the next round, you'll start exactly the same way. In this case we're gonna keep yellow going. Single crochet will be the first stitch, and then the next stitch out will be a double crochet, and the double crochet will sit right directly on top of a single crochet when you go to do that. It'll keep its balance. Therefore it'll cause it to compact and give you the stitches that you see within the photograph. So what I'm gonna do for you is that I'm going to go all the way around, and I'll meet you back at the beginning, which is gonna be right here, and just make sure that you go single, double. So in your head just go single, double, and you will get used to doing the opposite to each other. And then in the next round when we go to start that, you'll be able to see that's a double, that's a single. So if it's a double next time, a single will be here and a double will be sitting on top of the singles, and you'll physically be able to see it, and you'll notice that if you're making a mistake right away. So please do this all the way around, and I'll see you at the end of round number 39 to make sure that you turn to go back on the right side, doing the exact same thing that I'm showing you right here. So I'm coming all the way back around, and in the chain space of the corner you're going to apply 1 single crochet and then join it to the other single crochet with the half double crochet join. Now because we do that when we're gonna keep the color, so we're on the back side of it, you can see the tails, so it's a good thing I probably left them on there for a visual. So now we're gonna turn our work and go on the right side of the project. So you will see that a bit of a texture is on the front side. In order to keep that texture though, we have to then work on the right side now, and so the texture will then head to the back side, but which will make this jump up. If you keep going in a continuous circle, you won't see it at all. So we're gonna start off just the same way we did. So chain up one single crochet in the first, like this. See, this is a single, that's a double. So when it's a single, you're just gonna go as a double. And you're gonna do this in the next round too. In the next round, when we go to switch it back to the opposite side, you're going to change the color to the color A. So if that was a single, it's now a double, so you now can just physically start. So this will be single and then double. And so if you know what to look for and you can say that in your head, you'll have the opposites to each other and you'll see this pattern really work out. In the corners, when you get those, just as a recap, it's one single crochet, chain two, one single crochet, and go all the way around. I'm going to leave the next round, round number 41, to you. You're gonna be back on the wrong side and just doing exactly what I'm showing you using the color A, and then we're gonna pick up then from round number 42. From that point. So you're just doing exactly what you're seeing, just with a different color for the next round, round number 41. So I'll see you at the end of round 41 and we'll continue into 42 and we'll be almost done this particular section of our stitch along. So I'm just coming up to the end of row number 41 and I am working on the wrong side, and I'm just gonna single crochet into the beginning space and then chain two to join. So let's get rid of this color and we're gonna switch back to the right side. So we will turn this over and then begin round number 42. We will revisit this houndstooth again in the future, so just watch for when you need to turn, but that's not this week. It'll be next time there's a video. So let's turn our work and begin on the right side using the color C. Let's begin round number 42. Starting off, we're gonna go to it. We're looking at the right side of the project and we're gonna go to the chain two space, join with this standing single because it's easier. So that's the first one. So the corners will be single crochet, chain two, single crochet. You've already done this before, and just applying one single crochet into each of the stitches. Except for the corners, there will be one single crochet, chain two, one single crochet. Please do this all the way around for round number 42. When you get all the way back around, you're just single crocheting right into the final chain two space corner, and then chain two and then slip stitch to the beginning. So let's get rid of this color. Let's move on. We have two more rounds to do, and let's begin the next round next. Let's begin round number 43. We're using the color D. We're gonna go into the chain two space and we're gonna do half double crochets again for the entire round. So just pulling up and attach and chain one, and then you're gonna do a half double crochet into the same chain two space. And what I'm recommending, like before, when you get to the corners, just mark your half double crochet stitches with the stitch marker, and then so you can keep an eye on them. So corners are gonna be one half double crochet, chain two, one half double crochet. So starting in the next stitches, just do one half double crochet in each of the stitches, and then as a corner, one half, and then two chain, and then one half. And please do this all the way around. This is round number 43. So I'm just coming all the way back around and I'm just half double crocheting into the last one there, and then just half double crochet into the chain two space, and then chain two, and then join to the first half double crochet that's been marked. Or if I haven't marked it, just join to the first one. We're gonna get rid of this color, and I'm just gonna move my stitch marker so I can see the beginning of this one. And what I need to do for myself is that we need to switch off to the color C, and then that will be the last one for today's So let's fasten this off and move to the color C. So moving on to round number 44, we want to come into the very first chain two space, and we're gonna do a standing single crochet. You can either chain one and then single crochet, and it's up to you on how you want to attack that. So what I need to do is that's the first one. So the corners are made up of single crochet, chain two, single crochet. We're gonna do what is called as the camel stitch. So starting in the first one, I want you to look at the first stitches here. Do you see those? And then I want you to look one further back, and it is the next one that is in behind, and you want to do a single crochet on the back on the camel stitch. So on the back one right there. And what this is gonna do is it's gonna turn this and make it look like it's knit. So in the next back one, so once you start doing it, you can see it. Okay, and you're just single crocheting on the back. It's like the back horizontal bar, and it just makes the top kind of fold over and make it look like it's knitted. So you're gonna do that all the way across, and chances are you've marked your half double crochet so you can see where the end of this row or side is, and then where the next one begins. And then the corners, as I mentioned, it's single crochet, chain 2, single crochet right into the space. So do this. This is the camel stitch, and it does a really nice transition point. And next week when we attack this again, I really don't like that word, but the next week when we go to do this again, is that you'll notice that what we're doing here will mirror, and we'll be covering that next time. So let's just continue to camel stitch all the way around. So now just come all the way back around, and round number 44 I'm just gonna single crochet in the first one of the chain 2, and then chain 2 and slip stitch to the beginning, single crochet. Let's finish this off, this yarn. Let's weave it in, and you'll join me next time as we continue our journey here on the Better Together Afghan, and we'll work even further in the next time. So a lot of the major work, just letting you know, a lot of the major work is almost done, and what we're going to be doing for the remaining of this Afghan is kind of retouch on what we already know and continue our journey. Till next time, we'll see you.
2 steps forward and 2 steps back. All right, so we've just now completed week number 3. We're going to move on into week number 4. And week number 4, what were we gonna do? Well, you have to see next time as we continue our journey here. Please use our Instagram hashtags of the Crochet Crowd as well as Yarn Inspirations, and by all means keep posting your ideas to Facebook. We want to see your ideas come together, and of course we're better together. Don't forget to support each other and leave those likes, loves, and comments for others to enjoy their creativity too. See you next time here on the Crochet Crowd as well as my friends over at yarnspirations.com.